Good morning and happy Halloween weekend. Thanks for joining us for another Saturday Somm-Things with Mods. Hi, I'm Mods and I have a beautiful returning guest today. That's Miss Lexi Chronic Cellars Schaefer. I didn't get the memo, but she looks the part and these wines are going to be amazing. But before I go on, you'll notice our friend here on the table. We have various pumpkins that were carved yesterday at Argonaut, and we're going to be giving them away today to various customers. So come on down to Argonaut. Lexi, welcome back. You look great.
Thanks.
And we're going to be introduced to these wonderful wines from Chronic Cellars to celebrate the weekend. So let's go.
Absolutely. It's a great time to celebrate any holiday, really, but when you can get Chronic Cellars, which with a wink and a nod means the best of. This is out of Paso Robles and was started in 2005 by Josh and Jake Beckett. They grew up as cellar rats in their family winery and went to college. When they got back, they decided that wine was just in their blood, and particularly Paso was in their bones. So they started Chronic Cellars with 2 tons of grapes that they found and just blossomed from there. It was a bit of a slog to start, but they've really created this incredible brand that's not only fun visually,
Right.
but very serious wines with very intense character.
The first one is called
Spritz and Giggles.
I like it. I like it.
She's our fun, bubbly one. We have kind of fun characters that we created over some cocktails ourselves for all of our great wines here. But she's the fun one at the party. She's going to keep things lively. This is a blend, a proprietary blend of varietals from around Central Coast, but very close into Paso Robles.
I like it because it's dry. It's citrusy, it's yeasty, a little brioche, a little pie crust, a little lemon zest. It's a nice spritzing type of beginning to any kind of weekend.
Absolutely.
I like this a lot.
It's very celebratory and refreshing. Very refreshing sometimes with particularly French champagnes, which I adore. After the second glass, you feel a little bit bogged down, your palate feels kind of flattened, even though the acidity is still killer.
Right.
This stays nice and bright.
It does, it really does. And it's not going to hurt your pocketbook or break the bank.
Oh, none of these will.
Oh good, so let's go on to number 2.
Alright, this is our Purple Paradise. If you come in, well you should come in, but if you have to order online, you get it. But when you come in, you should take a few moments at the shelf to check out our new augmented reality. With just scanning the QR code, you can play a game of dice with our Purple Paradise character, our little Paso Robles surfer guy. I'll give you some fun information about these wines, but
Intense nose.
yeah.
Blackberry, blueberry, cassis.
This is a blend of Zinfandel, Syrah, Petite Syrah, and Grenache. It's 70% cab, coming from a lot of the Adelina, so more on the western part, which is more hilly. You get a more maritime influence.
Sure.
So it's nice and cold at night, keeping those acids nice and bright. We use a lot of our blending grapes from over there in that area for the Chronic Cellars. But because you get that great diurnal shift, it's so cold at night and nice and warm at higher altitude, so better ripening, deepening of color. You get this really great wine.
I like it. It's soft, it's smooth, it's supple. And Kip Lorenzetti, love that name, is the winemaker for Chronic Cellars. And yes, he has a chill, a vibe. It's representing the wines beautifully, but I think what he does is nothing short of amazing.
Absolutely. Kip is a master wine blender, and he's spent a decade making wine, at least a decade now, maybe longer than that. Oh, sorry, Kip. He got started working at some smaller wineries, some very boutique things in Paso Robles. His last event before coming to Chronic Cellars was at Wild Horse, and he really developed their Rhone styles and their Burgundy style wines. With us, he gets to really play around. He knows a lot of the farmers, so he can really work with them and be able to harvest at times that make the most sense for the grapes and for the blend that he already knows he's going to put them in as he's walking through the vineyards. Friday
night pizza, cheeseburgers, turkey burgers, sausage and peppers. It's so versatile because it has a lot of spice and zest.
Yes.
And I love that. I gravitate toward that. And truth be told, these are the first time I'm trying these
I'm sorry.
wines. That's okay, and they're beautiful. And we're only on number 2.
Thank you. 91 points from Wine Enthusiast, Editor's Choice, and this is consistent. This is the 2020 vintage. Just so you're aware, we are going to be rolling into 2021 very shortly. It just landed here in Colorado, but still spectacular wines.
Okay, number 3.
Number 3, this is the Cabernet Surreal, meaning like a gentlemanly knight. He's the kind of guy who would hold the door for you even though you're still 2 minutes from the door. You just stand there and chill. This is our Cabernet, again for Paso Robles, Kipler and Zetti. 93 points, Editor's Choice Wine Enthusiast. 95 points Decanter, all on the 2020 vintage, which is what you've got in your glass right here, and is currently stacked on the floor, which is really unique.
I love the color, and good thing I'm not swirling too much because I'm wearing white and you're not.
I'd be fine.
And so I have to...
The trick is black lipstick.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'll have to borrow some later. This is beautiful. It's so full-bodied and lush and balanced.
Absolutely, absolutely. It gets 8 months French oak, and it's blended with Syrah and Petite Syrah as well.
You can tell. Black cherry cola, coffee, toffee, mocha, black pepper, white pepper. It's just beautiful. And you compare this steak to fried chicken. Everything in between, especially it's going to be an adult Halloween holiday weekend. So
and under $20.
Right. I would definitely encourage people to come on down because so far I'm impressed.
Thank you.
And that leads us to the last one.
Last.
These go by so quickly.
But not the least, I will tell you without
Okay.
a doubt, this is the Sweet Petite. There's nothing sweet, and she is not little.
Not
Our
today.
character for her is the kind of person that would house the most killer Halloween party, but sneak out the back door to probably go drink cheap bourbon at the bar. But or she would stomp on you with her stiletto and then hug you later and tell you it's okay.
That's
This is
the kind of wine this is.
90% Petite Syrah, 10% Syrah, 8 months French oak again, and Kipler and Zetti is just again a master blender. This is
Right.
the 2021 vintage. The 2020 had 90 points
beautiful
from Wine
ones.
Enthusiast, but 91 points in the trailing 4 years following that. She's just consistently a high. Anything you want to have Mexican food on your
Sure,
table,
sure.
she really goes well with like braised meats and anything that's spent a little more time stewing.
Pulled pork sandwiches or something that just screams for a bigger, lusher, more emblazoned type of wine. Steaks, chops, you name it, this will represent.
When you think of the category of red wine and you want a red wine,
Yeah, this is all encompassing.
red rum.
It really is. I love this lineup, Lexi. Thank you so much for joining me again.
My pleasure.
And to all of our viewers and listeners out there, come on down to Argonaut. It's going to be a busy, fun-filled, obviously, great weekend. And yes, we're giving away pumpkins. And just a quick reminder, vote no on 124, 125, 126 because King Soopers and Safeway, they don't need a ton of money, but small independent wine business owners, we need to survive, we need to subsist. And we're not out of the way, we're right in your backyard, so come on down to Argonaut. And Lexi, thank you again. Happy Halloween to everybody, and cheers to you.
Cheers.
Okay?